Evening, everyone. This is the council reorg meeting of January 4th, 2022. Notice of this meeting stated date, place, and time has been disseminated as required under the Open Public Meetings Act, Chapter 231, PL 1975. In addition to the publishing of the annual meeting schedule, electronic notice was provided on December 30th, 2021 to the local source and Star Ledger, noting that the meeting would be conducted through the Ring Central program and containing information on how to access the meeting. The same information was posted on the city's website, Linden TV, the bulletin board, and the front door of City Hall. Copies of the agenda were also posted on the city's website and Linden TV for the public. This meeting is now called to order. Mr. Clerk, could you please conduct the prayer and flag salute?
The universe, look thou with favor upon these here assembled, and bestow thy guidance upon the members of the governing body in their deliberations. This we ask in thy name. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Members of the public who may be attending are on mute until the public comment portion of the meeting. If you wish to be recognized, please use the raise hand icon in the program to identify yourself. You will then give your name and address as at any council meeting. Failure to do so will result in your being muted and not recognized further. If you're registered more than once, you will only be recognized to speak one time under your first registration as with any council meeting. When public comment is open, the ability to register will be closed. Members of the council who were elected in the November 2nd, 2021 general election have subscribed to their oath of office prior to January 1st, 2022. In order to accommodate the electronic format of tonight's meeting and social distancing requirements, the ceremonial swearing in of each of the officials elected was previously videotaped, and we will now be played. At the conclusion of the swearing in, the mayor's State of the City address will also be which was also previously videotaped, will then play. While it's occurring, all participants will be on mute. We're going to start with the video first of the councilwoman of the First Ward, Lisa Ormond, who will be sworn in by Mayor Derek Armstead. Holding the Bible will be her husband, Peter Ormond, and also participating for her children, Kiara and Chase. Okay, go ahead with the video. Okay. All right, I'll go on to the next one. After that, we're going to have Councilman of the Ninth Ward, Armando Medina, who will be sworn in by Senator Nicholas Katari. Holding the Bible will be Dawn Viviano. At the conclusion of those videos, we're going to have the mayor's annual State of the City address. So everybody will be put on mute now, and we're going to go ahead with the videotape.
Repeat after me. I,
Lisa Ormond,
do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
and the governments established in the United States
and the governments established in the United States
and in this state under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all the duties of councilperson of the First Ward for the term commencing January 1st, 2022 and expiring December 31st, 2024 according to the best of my ability. So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm done.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Linden City Hall Chambers. My name is Senator Nick Scutari. I represent the 22nd Legislative District that includes Linden, New Jersey. It's my honor and pleasure to be here today for the swearing-in ceremony of the 9th Ward Councilman Armando Medina. Welcome all. to today's proceedings. We are joined by Commissioner Christopher Hudak and his wife and family, the city clerk, and Dawn Beviano holding the Bible. So without further ado, I'd like to have Councilman Medina join me along with Dawn Beviano, who will be holding the Bible. Please come forward. You'll stand there. Bible holder will be right in the center. Please place your left hand on the Bible and raise your right hand for the administration of the oath. I, Armando Medina, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same and to the governments established in the United States and in this state under the authority of the people, and that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform the duties as councilman of the Ninth Ward for the City of Linden for the term commencing January 1st, 2022, and expiring December 31st, 2024. According to the best of my ability. So help me God. Congratulations, Council.
Thanks, Senator.
And according to that, if the councilman would like to say any words, thank you, Ms. Beviano, regarding your re-election for another 3-year term. Congratulations. The councilman does an amazing job here for his constituents here in the city of Linden. It's my pleasure to have the honor of swearing him in today. Councilman, anything on behalf of your constituents?
Yes, thank you, Senator. I just want to briefly first thank Senator Scutari for being here and swearing me in, Dawn Beviano for holding the Bible, my wife and my son for being here and present, and of course, Commissioner Hudak here for the County of Union. It's been an honor to serve the folks, the residents of the Ninth Ward. I look forward to serving the residents of the Ninth Ward for the next 3 years. I have a lot in mind of what I would like to see, or which direction I'd like to see the Ninth Ward continue to go in, and I will share that in my January 4th report for the residents of the Ninth Ward. But I do look forward to serving the folks in the Ninth Ward. It's exciting, a lot of new changes, and a lot of new things are happening next to the year. But most importantly, we have to get through this pandemic and continue to move forward together as a community. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman. And since we have Commissioner Hudak here, I'd like to ask him to come up and say just a few words on behalf of our council.
Thank you. Just a privilege to be here honoring Councilman Medina. He does an amazing job for the residents of the Ninth Ward. And on behalf of the County Board of Commissioners, I look forward to working with him and the City of Linden in partnership to make Union County and the City of Linden a better place to live and to work. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Before we conclude, I do want to say not only was it an honor and privilege to be here as the legislative leader of the 22nd Legislative District, but also a constituent of Councilman Medina. He's my personal councilman in the 9th Ward in the City of Linden, and I can tell you that he does an amazing job for his constituents. That's why he's been reelected year after year, because of the performance he does for the citizens of the City of Linden, particularly the 9th Ward. With that, Councilman, congratulations to you, to your family, and to all. Have a happy New Year. Thank you, everyone.
Good evening, Council President Yamakaitis, members of the council, family, friends, and residents of the great city of Linden. As I begin my State of the City address, I would like to thank each of you and wish you all a happy and healthy new year. I would have preferred to see you all in person, but however, due to COVID restrictions, much to my chagrin, we'll have to do this virtually. Before I begin, I want to extend congratulations to our re-elected council members. Councilwoman Lisa Roman of the 1st Ward, Councilman Armando Medina of the 9th Ward. They are both valued members of my administration. Let me begin by saying the city, your city, is stronger than ever. We're no longer a city of smokestacks or oil refineries. Rather, we're a city that has proven that industry, commerce, and our residents can live and work cohesively. We have proven it is not merely improving the past, it is moving forward toward the future. It is a great honor to come before you this evening as Linden's mayor. Our goal shall always be to keep the best interests of our valued residents in the forefront of our minds. You will always be the shining light that guides us. What I hope to provide, and what you have every right to expect, is this administration's most dedicated efforts for the betterment of the residents of our city. My goal has been, is, and shall always be to focus on the taxes our residents pay. In this most important aspect, I am more than proud that our city taxes, along with our garbage and sewer taxes, have not been raised for the last 5 years. To my knowledge, there is no other city in Union County, and perhaps this state, that can make that representation. It is important for our residents to know that we did this without layoffs and without elimination of any essential services. Let me also mention our Linden Board of Education. Although this board is an autonomous body, I was able to share my vision of the tax burden with them and have received their full cooperation in keeping their part of the tax bill at a 0% increase. This is the third consecutive year that they have accomplished this. Council and I applaud them for their efforts, and our appreciation goes out to them. The progress we have made in this area of taxation is not only for the present, but for future generations as well. The revenue from redevelopment has been a vital part in helping us achieve this goal. We have seen this manifest in Linden through the incredible increase of our property values, the highest in the history of our city. I would like to show you from where our increased revenue to ease the tax burden will be derived. The Linden Logistics Center in our Trimley Point area of town. This 4.1 million square feet of Class A warehousing already has 2 tenants, world-class distribution services, and a second tenant, Peloton. There are currently 6 additional buildings that are under construction. This center will generate $198 million in tax revenue for the city over the next 30 years. The Citizen Linden at 307 West Elizabeth Avenue. 234 luxury apartment units will be at this location, with 292 parking spaces. There's also 4,500 square feet of retail space available. This development will generate $25.2 million in taxes for the city over the next 30 years. Meridian 1001 on West Elizabeth Avenue. This is the former United Lacquer building, which was demolished. Full construction should start in the spring of 2022. There'll be 402 residential apartment units with amenities also, with retail on the ground floor. The city will take in over $30 million in revenue over the next 30 years. Center Point, which is the former Walmart shopping center, 315,000 square feet of Class A warehousing has been approved, with full construction to begin in the spring. This is the former Linden Plaza Shopping Center, and the city expects to bring in $22 million in tax revenues over the next 30 years. City Village, 1140 East St. George Avenue. 113 luxury apartment units with amenities have been built. It is 100% occupied with 18,000 square feet of retail space, which includes a restaurant. This development will generate $12 million in tax revenue for the city over the next 30 years. Meridian Lifestyles 2 on Southwood Avenue. This 145 apartment unit is at 85% occupancy with 8,600 square feet of retail space. This particular project will generate $16 million in tax revenue for the city over the next 30 years. DC Hospitality, CubeSmart Self-Storage, and Woodspring Suites on East Linden Avenue. This property was vacant land for decades. The Woodspring Suite is fully operational and the CubeSmart facility is fully operational. This particular pilot will generate $14 million for the city over the next 30 years. RNG Energy, the former Clayton Block. This property has been stagnant for decades. This facility will turn organic waste into a natural gas and other organic recycled material. The project is scheduled to generate over $39 million in taxes over the next 30 years, with additional host community benefits to the city of Linden. Gothel's Commerce Park at 2525 Brunswick Avenue. This is the former Simmons Mattress Factory. The building, the existing building, was over 100 years old. This is 290,000 square feet of Class A warehousing space, which is approved. This particular property will generate $37 million in tax revenues over the next 30 years. The Clark redevelopment project in the corner of West Elizabeth Avenue and Northwood Avenue. This particular property will generate over $52 million in tax revenues for the city. As you have heard, these redevelopment projects and their revenue will realize approximately $450 million in revenues over the next 30 years for the city of Linden. Legacy Square Shopping Center is one of our biggest thriving developments. It's home to many eateries such as Chick-fil-A, Taco Bell, Freddy's Frozen Custard and Steak Burgers, Panda Express, and Wingstop. It's also home to our flagship Walmart. We expect more businesses when the leases have been signed by the property owner. On another note, we have many events that have taken place and projects that have been contemplated. For the last several years, we have honored our hometown veterans by hanging banners on our light poles along Wood Avenue. These veterans have served and in some cases given their life in the service of our armed forces. We also host a dinner for these veterans and their families. This reception in their honor has been so well received that it has become a tradition, which we will continue. During this most difficult time, because of the pandemic, when people were not able to work and families had fallen on hard times, we were able to provide food and in many cases had it personally delivered. We did this through donations from our residents and corporate neighbors. The appreciation was overwhelming and the feeling was heartwarming. Another part of this pandemic that we addressed was how difficult it was to receive the vaccine and also the opportunity to be tested. Since May, we have provided a facility at our PAL building for easy access to the vaccine. Now, with the latest outbreak of the virus, we're offering availability to be tested at our JTG Recreation Center and our PAL building. Ensuring that we can continue to push the city forward, we have partnered with Pastor Pamela Jones and Communities in Cooperation for our Linden First program, where we host job opportunities for our residents. I'm very proud of our fire and police departments. During this pandemic, they have worked without concern for their well-being. The Chief of Police, Chief Hart, and his department continue to work diligently to keep our community safe. I would like to thank the police for taking their time to host National Night Out and their other community policing programs. I want to thank the Chief of the Fire Department, Chief Haskell, and all our firefighters for enabling our children and their families to attend the Fire Prevention Night and their fire safety programs. What is of paramount importance is the protection of our children and our families, and I applaud both departments for their efforts. I would be remiss if I didn't mention the employees of our Public Works Department, who often work in very difficult conditions. I want them to know how much their efforts are appreciated. I point to the last hurricane that hit the Northeast, Hurricane Ida, and the work they did to restore our city back to normal. My sincere thanks to each department in our city. You have contributed so much to the goals of this administration and continue to help move our great city forward. Thank you, each and every one of you, for your hard work and efforts. A special thanks go to my office staff who take care of the day-to-day operations of my office. It's a very busy office, and my staff has handled it with the utmost professionalism. I thank them for taking this journey with me. Recently, I directed our Special Improvement District Director, Mike Bono, to start the process of changing the facades on our buildings in the downtown area. Along with the Special Improvement District Director and his office manager, Mickey Ponticello, and my Chief of Staff, Alex Laspinoso, we visited various towns to look at the facades on buildings in other downtown areas. Now, this is a monumental project that is still in the planning stage. I feel confident we can get this done. It blends in with our redevelopment, making our storefronts more attractive. We believe this will encourage people to shop and support our local businesses here on Wood Avenue. Let me also report that the funding for this project will come from the budget allotted to the Special Improvement District. We had, in cooperation with our City Council, the Cultural and Heritage Committee, the Special Improvement District, the Mayor's Youth Commission, and all of the ethnic committees, which were all geared toward the different multicultural segments of our city. All these festivals were well attended by our residents and other visitors to our city. It was our effort to bring all of our ethnic groups together. My thanks and appreciation goes to all those who are involved and to the volunteers who made these events possible and special for all of us. We are honored this past September with the presence of the First Lady and President Duda of Poland. As a community, we were all honored to have them visit the great city of Linden. This visit made our Polish population very proud. As a matter of fact, it made all of us proud. It was the first time in history that a head of state visited our great city of Linden. Once again, at this holiday time, we were happy to be able to celebrate the Christmas tree lighting, our breakfast with Santa, and the lighting of the menorah. The smiles of all made this holiday time very special. This is not the time for political comment, but I cannot avoid the obvious. Yes, I will be seeking re-election in 2022. If elected, it will be my third term as your mayor. If the people of our city choose to re-elect me, I pledge to continue to work tirelessly and to be accessible to you. I want each of you to know that my leadership skills as your mayor will go into this job. I recognize that the authority I have comes from you, the people, and you have the right to expect my most dedicated efforts. In closing, it is a great honor for me to be your mayor. I so much appreciate the confidence and the help you have given me over these 7 years. Besides my family and their well-being, this city is my first priority. To my family and my wife, I sincerely want to thank you for the support you continue to provide. I pledge to you, the residents of this city, I will continue to lead this city and its financial ship in a way that will make everyone proud. This is what I work to achieve, and I'll end by saying, I will always keep Linden first.
Thank you, Mayor Armstead. I'd like to congratulate Councilwoman Ormond and Councilman Medina on their reelection. And Happy New Year to all our council members and department heads. I look forward to working with all of you in 2022. Let's make this the best year ever. Hey, Mr. Clerk, could you please show them their certificates of election?
Yes. We received a letter from County Clerk Joanne Rajapi addressed to Mr. Medina and a separate one addressed to Mrs. Ormond. Congratulations on your election to the governing body. A certificate of election for the office which you were duly elected in November is enclosed. As a former council member and mayor, I appreciate demands that will be made on you along with the privilege and opportunity to serve in your town. If my office can be of any assistance in the future, please contact me. And she has sent a certificate for each of our council members that were elected, Mrs. Ormond and Mr. Medina, and I will present these to them at a later time.
Thank you, Mr. Bodak. Okay, can you please call the roll?
Mrs. Ormond,
Here.
Javik,
Present.
Caldwell,
Present.
Mohammed, Crosby,
Present.
Coleman,
Put it on.
Present.
Drano,
Here.
Lane, Medina,
Here.
Hickey,
Here.
Mrs. Yamakaitis.
Here. We're going to now move on to presentations and public comment. No personal, political, and derogatory comments, not to exceed 3 minutes. Again, I want to remind everyone, this is a ceremonial evening tonight. Members of the public who may be attending were on mute until this portion of the meeting. If you wish to be recognized, please use the raise hand icon in the program to identify yourself. You will then give your name and address as at any council meeting. Failure to do so will result in your being muted and not recognized further. If you're registered more than once, you will only be recognized to speak one time under the first registration as at any council meeting. When the public comment is open, the ability to register will be closed. Okay, I'm going to call on Mayor Derek Armstead first.
Yes, good evening, Council President and members of the governing body. I'm sure you've all heard me congratulate you, Lisa Ormond, Councilwoman, and Councilman Armando Medina for their re-elections. I just wanted to let you both know, as the chairman of the Linden Democratic Committee, I do have a gift certificate for you both. And we also have a gift certificate for you both from the Democratic Club, which is which will be coming forth as well. And again, I'd like to congratulate you all, and anyone else out there in the public. Wish you all a very happy and prosperous New Year.
Thank you, Mayor Armstead. Does anyone else from the public wish to speak? Please use your raised hand icon. Okay, seeing none, can I have a motion to close the public comment portion?
Council President, I'd like to make a motion for the public comment portion and ask for a second, please.
Second. Mrs. Ormond?
Yes.
Javik?
Yes.
Caldwell?
Yes.
Mohammed?
Yes.
Crosby?
Yes.
Roman?
Yes.
Drano?
Yes.
Blaine? Medina?
Yes.
Hickey?
Yes.
Mrs. Yemakaitis?
Yes. Okay, we're now going to move on to comments from members of the governing body. I'm going to call on our newly sworn in councilwoman first, Lisa Ormond.
Thank you, Council President. First of all, say Happy New Year to the First Ward residents and say that I truly thank God for another year and for another term to serve the residents of the First Ward. I'd like to congratulate Councilman Armando Medina on his re-election. Armando's ward, we're kind of like joined at the hip. So there are a lot of things that happen in his ward that affect my ward, a lot of things that happen in my ward that affect his ward. So I thank you for being a wonderful person, an honest person, and an awesome councilman. You're just absolutely great to work with. And I look forward to the next 3 years of us working together in lockstep to make sure that our communities stay on target with the things that they're supposed to stay on for. I'd like to also thank my husband, Peter, who makes so much of this political nonsense possible. He carries his weight as husband and father, but he also picks up a lot of the mommy duties when I'm out campaigning, when I'm out in meetings, and when I'm out serving the public. So thank you with all my heart. You are an amazing husband, and God knew exactly what he was doing when he sent you my way. I love you. You're just absolutely wonderful. To my daughter, Kira, who walks with me, delivering flyers and holiday cards. She's just absolutely amazing. And I couldn't walk half that ward without her. To the residents of the First Ward, a special thank you for your faith in me and for your support. I'm going to never forget being so discouraged by a former elected official who told me that I could never be the First Ward council person because I did not have the demographic profile for this particular position. I didn't prove him wrong. All of you who came out and voted for me proved him wrong. Your vote for the past 3 elections said it all. Thank you for looking past my gender. Thank you for looking past my skin color. Thank you for looking past my religious beliefs and solely looking at my heart and my desire to serve you and the public. We are all different, but I do want to say that we are all the same. We want the same things. We want a safe place for our children. We want a safe place for our family. We want a quiet community, and we want the quality of life that we deserve. We want the progress. We want to see progress continue that has been going on over the past 6 years. We've seen potholes, sidewalks, paving, tree trimmings. We've seen these things addressed, and we're going to continue to see them addressed. The parks in our ward, they're being cleaned up, especially Dunn Park. I heard you loud and clear. It wasn't the best place for our children, but now it's been cleaned up and our children will have a safe place to play. I'm going to continue to push for improvements in our ward. I want our ward to be just as beautiful as any other part in Linden. Many of you call with your concerns and requests, and you frequently apologize for bothering me, but I always want to remind you that you're not bothering me. I bothered you first by knocking on your door, asking for your vote. I also want to let you know that I don't make promises because many times a lot of the things are out of my control. And the only thing that I can control is my finger and my email. I have always said that I'm going to call you back and I'm going to respond to your emails, and I will continue to do so. I want to thank my colleagues on council, and a special thank you to Thelma for being the other half of the Thelma and Louise team. And I just want to remind all of us on council that we should continue to always work together, because when we work together, the city benefits from it. Linden is definitely on the map, and we are on the map for so many positive things, more positive things than negative things. So let's continue to work together to make Linden the wonderful place that it is and that it should always be. Last but not least, I can't forget to thank those who stood by me when I began this journey 6 years ago. They walked, they knocked, they stuffed envelopes, they put out signs, they made calls, but mostly they kept me focused. They believed in my candidacy, and they made sure that I always believed in myself. When I wanted to kind of just throw in the towel, I was exhausted. They were like pushing me 100%. I called them my notorious 9: Jimmy Moore, Pete Buckley, Rich Pichelle, Rebecca Tottoli, Harry Exume, the late Karen Sheehy, the late Dennis Sheehy, my sister-in-law Danny Arlene. Last but not least, my brother Derek Armstead, the mayor of our great city. If you ever wonder what a sibling bond is, we got it. I know that he is somebody that I can count on through thick and thin. He has my back. He has proven it time and time after again. So a special thank you to, like I said, the mayor. He ain't heavy, he's my brother. Thank you for always believing in me. Thank you for working so hard to help me. Yeah, we disagree. Yeah, we have some words, but you have all the time my utmost. I cannot thank you enough. Once again, thank you, First Ward. I am grateful for your vote. I am grateful to be your councilwoman. Mostly, I am blessed to be your friend and your neighbor. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilwoman Ortman, AKA Louise. Thelma and Louise are back in action.
We're back. And Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year. Welcome back, Council President. I missed you.
Missed you too. Hey, Councilman Medina.
Yes, thank you, Council President. And I just wanted to quickly just congratulate Councilwoman Orman. I share the same sentiments. Look forward to rocking the next 3 years. As I sent her a quick text, I look forward to rocking the next 3 years. And, you know, we're aligned when it comes to our goals and how we want to see our community grow and for the quality of life and just for everyone here, for both our residents in First and Ninth Ward and everyone here in the city of Linden. So I look forward to the next 3 years. But for, you know, let me go back to my report here. I just wanted to give out some quick mentions. But first, I just want to wish everyone a happy New Year's. And first, I want to thank all the residents of the Ninth Ward for entrusting me with another term in office. I'm always humbled by the amount of support that comes out on election night. Although I ran unopposed, the support continues, and it gives me a sense of pride in the hard work that the residents of the Ninth Ward and I have put in over the years. I want to briefly mention a few goals that I have for the Ninth Ward. And my colleague kind of hit on some of them, but you know, just specific to the Ninth Ward, I want to address some of the flood areas in the Ninth Ward. You know, we're currently on track to correct these issues, and I'll keep the residents updated on that. Road surfacing, another one of my big goals. I have a few more roads that I would like to see get done in the next 3 years, such as Livingston and Elmwood Terrace. Speeding is still my #1 concern for the safety of the community, and I think for everyone here on council. We are addressing, it's one of my goals, but we talk a lot about it in the council, dog waste around parks where our children play. You know, we're currently ordering waste bag dispensers to strategically place them around the perimeter of targeted parks such as Paul Walker-Meisters Park, formerly known as Sunnyside, to encourage folks to pick up after their dogs, and also the preservation of our community. I will be the voice for concerns surrounding property subdivisions in the 9th Ward. I hope with the support of Mayor and Council, we can not only preserve this community, but many other communities in Linden. I want to give just quickly some special thanks to, again, Senator Scutari for swearing me in, Dawn Bibiano for holding the Bible, and her continued support over the years, Commissioner Hudak for his support and help with addressing issues along county roads, Mayor Armstead for his continued support on managing quality of life issues, and for me, this is an important piece, the focus on government that works for the people. I remember the mayor said this years ago, and government should work for the people, and I think he's been doing a great job and leading that by example. So I just want to give a quick thank him for that. And of course, my colleagues on council, just addressing our ward issues and working together to tackle these issues has been very important the last few years, and look forward to, again, continuing to discuss issues and how we can correct them for the benefit of all here in the city of Linden. Also, the countless of city employees that make everything happen for us. It's not only for myself, for all of us here on council. Without their assistance and whatnot, we really won't get much done. So big thank you to them. And lastly, my family for the continued support and patience. It's not easy, sharing me or sharing me with the world or the community. It takes a lot of time away from home, especially when you have a young family, your kids are growing up and whatnot. So it is a major sacrifice when you're taking phone calls and visiting people and addressing some of these issues. And of course, being in a lot of these council meetings and committee meetings and whatnot. But you know what, at the end of the day, I signed up for this. I want to see our community continue to grow. I want to see our city continue to grow. I think we are in a great place. I've been saying this for years. Geographically, Linden is in an amazing place. We're nestled between many highways, ports, airports, you name it. We're right in the heart of it all. And I think we are. I know we are moving in the right direction. And I can't wait to see what the next 3 to 5 years or even 10 years brings to the city of Linden and for the residents of Linden. So that's basically all I have. Again, just a big thank you to the 9th Ward resident. Thank you to the council and the mayor and city clerk's office and everyone in the city of Linden for their continued support and assistance throughout all these years. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Medina, and congratulations once again. Okay, Councilman Javik?
Yes, welcome back, Council President. Good evening and Happy New Year, Linden. I would first like to congratulate the First Ward Councilwoman, Lisa Ormond, and 9th Ward Councilman Armando Medina to their re-elected council positions. Second, as a reminder, this Saturday, January 8th at 11 a.m. in the 2nd Ward, we will be having a dedication and ribbon cutting ceremony for the Lexington Dog Park. Bring your dog to get a family picture with our guest, Sparky the Fire Dog. That's at Lexington Park between West Blanky Street and West Elizabeth Avenue on Lexington Avenue. In the event of heavy snow, this will be postponed to a later date. I can be reached at 908-494-4608 or email me at bjavik@linden-newjersey.gov. On Facebook at 2nd Ward Councilman Barry E. Javik. I also encourage you to visit our City of Linden website for all information. Thank you, Council President. End of report.
Thank you, Councilman Javik. Councilwoman Caldwell?
Thank you, Council President Yamakaitis. I want to wish the 3rd Ward a happy new year. I want to congratulate Councilwoman Ormond for her re-election. I want to thank her for being a mentor to me, becoming a council person for the first time. I can call her up and she's very knowledgeable and she gives me great advice. And I really appreciate you, and you should be. I'm happy they re-elected you because they re-elected the right person. I want to congratulate Councilman Medina. It's been a pleasure working with you these past 2 years. Anytime I reached out to you, you always help me out. I love to collaborate with you, and I'm happy that they elected you as well because they elected the right person. As for my residents, please continue to mask up. COVID-19 is very serious. I just had COVID-19 and I'm happy to say that I had the vaccine. Thank God, and I recovered from it, and I'm great. So just mask up, be careful. If you need me, call me. My number is 908-531-0676. M Caldwell-Linden wait a second, M Caldwell at linden-newjersey.gov. I have so many emails. If you need me, just reach out and call me. And I just want to state my condolences to the Massey family in the 4th Ward. I grew up in the 4th Ward. My sister and Tiffany Massey were very, very close friends. I just, they're in my prayers, and that's all I have to say. Thanks, Council
Thank
President.
you, Councilman Mohammed.
Yes, I'm here. Thank you, Council President. I just want to also say Happy New Year to the citizens of Linden and especially the 4th Ward. Congratulations to Councilwoman Orman on re-election, Councilperson Medina on his re-election. And looking forward to a great year, continues lowering the taxes, nominal job the Department of Public Works is doing, all the departments. Again, all I'm going to say is Happy New Year's and look forward to working to make Linden the greatest city on earth. God bless you. God bless America, and God bless Linden. Thank you, Council President.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilwoman Cosby.
I had to unmute myself. Okay. Good evening and Happy New Year to everyone. Welcome back, Council President Yamakaitis. Excuse me. Congratulations and well-deserved re-election to Councilman Medina and to Councilwoman Orman on returning to her seat. I'm excited to have survived 2021 with all of the mayhem, the turmoil, and the sadness. There was a bright spot in 2021. We welcomed my grandson Enigma to the world. So congratulations to Bilal Rashan and Jarabel. I made a pivot in my professional life, which was overdue. So I am looking forward with wild excitement for 2022. My baby girl Sharice is going to graduate from high school, and I will end my reign as the 5th Ward Councilwoman. I have no desire to seek re-election. I have had my fill of the toxic environment and the venomous colleagues. Not to worry, I will continue to be civically engaged through my work as a Linden Lion and as a delegate for the National Parents Union. I have not moved out of Linden, as I have heard on the rumor mill, at least not yet, not until December. I will continue to serve with integrity and honesty through the end of my term. I can be reached at 908-718-7933, talks or texts, and city email at rcosby@linden-nj.gov. I want to wish a heavenly birthday to my beloved, who we lost. She would have been 32 this month. We love you always, Ashley, and we'll celebrate you. And that concludes my report.
Thank you, Councilwoman Cosby. Councilman Roman.
Thank you, Council President. I just want to say quickly, I will save any comments for the normal January meeting on later in the month, but I want to say congratulations to Councilwoman Orman and congratulations to 9th Ward Councilman Medina on their well-deserved re-elections. I just want to say happy and healthy New Year to all. And if you need me, please call, text anytime, 908-494-5784. Thank you, Council President. That concludes my report. And Council President, it's great to have you back.
Thank you, Councilman. Okay, Councilman Serrano.
Did we lose our volume? I can't hear. Oh.
Confidence that residents have in you, and I'd also like to just comment that I serve with these two council people on different days, and I'm grateful for that. They're very intelligent people to work with. Certainly have the city's best interests in mind. I look forward to working with you in the future years, and hopefully that'll happen. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Strano. Councilwoman Hickey.
Thank you, Council President. It's so wonderful to have you back. And I want to wish you and your family a blessed 2022. Happy New Year to all my residents. Happy New Year to my fellow council members, our city employees, and I'm grateful for all the work and time you put in with our city, helping and caring about our residents. A special congratulations, Councilwoman Orman. My sidekick, Councilman Medina, greatly appreciated you always being there for me, Armando, through good times and bad. So I have to give you an extra shout out. I'm wishing everybody a fabulous 2022. COVID is so unpredictable, and I just hope everyone stays safe and healthy, and I keep you all in my prayers. Lastly, I'd like all of you to keep my son in your prayers, Patrick, as he leaves mom aside again tomorrow to go back to the Army in Hawaii. And this time I don't know when I'll see him again. So it's a tough night. But anyway, blessings, Happy New Year, and thank you.
Thank you, Councilwoman, and good luck, Patrick, on your new adventures. Okay, council now needs to elect a president of council pro temp. Are there any nominations?
Yes, Council President, I'd like to nominate 7th Ward Councilman, the longest serving councilman on this board, Councilman Ralph Strano.
I second.
Okay, we have a roll call. Are there any other nominations? Hey, Zena, can we have a roll call, please?
Mrs. Orman,
Yes.
Yavik,
Yes.
Caldwell,
Yes.
Mohammed. Mohammed,
Yes.
Cosby, Ms. Cosby,
Mr. Clerk, I believe Ms. Cosby had asked to leave the meeting and left the meeting.
Roman,
Yes.
Strano,
Abstain.
Medina,
Yes.
Hickey,
Yes.
Mrs. Yamakitis.
Yes. Congratulations, Councilman Strano.
Thank you.
Okay. We're going to have the clerk swear you in now.
Thank you.
You want to?
I
Ralph Strano,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and to the governments established in the United States
and to the governments established in the United States
and in this state
and in this state
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform the duties as council president pro tempore
perform the duties as council president pro tempore
for a term commencing January 1, 2022 and expiring December 31st, 2022.
for a term commencing January 1st of 2022 and expiring December 31st of 2022.
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability,
So help me God.
so help me God.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Ralph.
Say a few words.
Sure.
I want to extend my gratitude and thanks. I'm sincerely humbled by your support, and I'm hoping that you will never have. And seeing that we have our council president back, and I'm so glad for that. Unless, of course, she wants to take a vacation, then I'll step in. Thank you again.
Thank you, Councilman Strano. Okay, committee assignments are going to be emailed immediately after the meeting, and I believe you'll get a hard copy from City Hall if you would like.
I'm doing okay. I'm just in a council meeting.
Okay. Councilwoman, can you mute yourself, Council? Okay,
Sorry.
it's okay. Okay, we're going to move on to resolutions number 2022-1 through 2022-15. We have a motion, please.
Council President, I'd like to make a motion to to pass resolutions resolutions 1 through 15 and ask for a second.
Second.
Mrs. Ormond,
Yes.
Javik,
Yes.
Caldwell,
Yes.
Mohammed,
Yes.
Roman,
Yes.
Strano.
Yes.
Medina,
Yes.
Hickey,
Yes.
Mrs. Yemakaitis.
Yes. Okay, we're gonna now move on to ordinances on first reading. Okay, we're gonna start with ordinance 66-1.
An ordinance approving the application of a long-term tax exemption and authorizing the execution of a financial agreement for 1001 East Edgar Urban Renewal LLC.
Okay, can we have a motion for introduction, please?
Council President, I'd like to make a motion to introduce ordinance 66-1 and ask for a second, please.
Second.
Ormond?
Yes. Yes, can you hear me?
Councilwoman Ormond, yes.
We're waiting on
We're-
Mr. Javik.
Yes.
Caldwell?
Yes.
Yes.
Bowman?
No.
Strano?
Yes.
Medina?
Yes.
Hickey?
Yes.
Mrs. Yemakaitis?
Yes. Ordinance 66-2.
An ordinance approving the application for a long-term tax exemption and authorizing the execution of a financial agreement with 1031 East Edgar Urban Renewal LLC.
Okay, can we have a motion for introduction, please?
Council President, I'd like to make a motion to introduce ordinance 66-2 and ask for a second, please.
Second.
Ormond?
Yes.
Javik?
Yes.
Caldwell?
Yes.
Mohammed?
Yes.
Bowman?
No.
Strano?
Yes.
Medina?
Yes.
Hickey?
Yes.
Mrs. Yemakaitis?
Yes. Ordinance 66-3.
An ordinance approving the amended application for a long-term tax exemption and authorizing the execution of an amended and restated financial agreement with Linden Renewal Energy Urban Renewal LLC.
Okay, can we have a motion for introduction, please?
Council President, I'd like to make a motion to introduce ordinance 66-3 and ask for a second, please.
Second.
Ormond?
Yes.
Javik?
Yes.
Caldwell?
Yes.
Mohammed?
Yes.
Yes.
Strano?
Yes.
Medina?
Yes.
Hickey?
Yes.
Mrs. Yemakaitis?
Yes. Okay, ordinance 66-4.
An ordinance adopting the Roselle Street redevelopment plan pursuant to the local redevelopment and housing law, NJSA 40A:12A-1 at sequence.
Okay, can we have a motion for introduction, please?
Yes, Council President, I'd like to make a motion to introduce ordinance 66-4 and ask for a second, please.
Second.
Ormond,
Yes.
Javik,
Yes.
Caldwell,
Yes.
Mohammed,
Yes.
Omen,
Yes.
Strano,
Yes.
Medina,
Yes.
Hickey,
Yes.
Mrs. Yemakaitis.
Yes. And I'd like to wish our newly re-elected officials congratulations and everybody a happy new year. The next council meeting will be as follows. Council conference meeting prior to the council meeting, Tuesday, January 17th at 5 p.m. in the council conference room, City Hall. Meeting to be held virtually. Council meeting Tuesday, January 17th, 2022 at 7 p.m. Meeting to be held virtually. Please check the city website, linden-nj.gov, for directions on how to participate electronically in these meetings and for copies of the agenda. Can we have a motion to adjourn, please?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Second. Why we're all anxious.
Mrs. Ormond,
Yes.
Javik,
Yes.
Caldwell,
Yes.
Mohammed. Roman,
Yes.
Strano,
Yes.
Medina,
Yes.
Icky,
Yes.
Mrs. Yemakaitis.
Yes. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
All right, Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.